All right, hello everybody, and welcome back to another World Sprout event. Tonight we have a really special event where we're actually doing a cooking workshop. And to do it, we're traveling all the way to Rajasthan, India. And we're lucky to be joined by Harshal Raj Jangid and his family. Harshal and his family live in Rajasthan. They are active in the ecotourism space throughout the region. Their family owns an ecotourism lodge that offers lodging, various tourism activities, cooking workshops, yoga retreats, crafts making, and all sorts of different activities. And so, if you're interested in going to India, especially Rajasthan, I would definitely recommend, reaching out to Harshal, and, they will definitely take care of you. And today what we're going to, Harshal and his family are going to teach us how to make a couple really special dishes. And so we're really excited. So I know some of you are just following along and some of you are cooking at home. If you are cooking at home, we'd love if you'd turn on your screen. And with that, I will go ahead and turn it over to Harshal.
So namaste everybody. Welcome to Rajasthan. So today we will show you how to make the most common dish of India, that's called Jeera Aloo, which is oftenly made in India, and we make every alternate day or like 3 or 4 times a week because it's easy to make and everybody loves potato in India, especially the children's. They are very fond of the potatoes. So it's a very basic recipe. It's easy for the beginners to learn, and we'll show you. So shall we start, David?
Sure, let's go ahead. Let's start.
Okay, so we'll need a wok or a pan if you have like this. And I have sorted my ingredients before only, like the ingredients. It's that's the crushed garlic, 1 teaspoon. I have the cumin seeds, the salt, the green chili, curry leaves, turmeric powder, coriander leaves, bay leaf, and red chili powder. So I already sorted it. So we'll start. So first we will heat the wok or the pan. We will need 2.5 tablespoons of cooking oil. That's 2.5 tablespoons. Now we will make it heat. And we will wait for a few seconds until the oil get heated. And after the oil get heated, we will switch off the flame. The reason I'm switching off the flame because whenever we add spices, it's best to switch off the flame because it can burn easily. So now my oil has been heated and I'm switching off the flame. And I will add 1 teaspoon of cumin seeds, 1 teaspoon. And with the cumin seeds, I will add 1 bay leaf. And I will stir for, let's say, 10 to 15 seconds. And it will start splattering. And now, when it starts to splatter, you can turn the flame again on. And you just put the flame on low. And now, after turning on the flame, you can add the green chilies. Sorry, green chili.
You don't have green, but
Okay.
we're improvising with some red.
You have to stir for another 10 to 15 seconds. And now you can add the garlic, the chopped garlic. With the curry leaves also. And now you have to stir again for 15 seconds and it will start to get splattered. And you have to cook the garlic until it gets light brown in color on the low flame. You have to be on low flame. It's really important because whenever you are cooking the spices, you always have to be on the low flame. Otherwise, it will get burned easily. Now the garlic is turning in light brown. Now it's time to add the turmeric powder. After adding the turmeric powder, you have to stir for again 10 seconds. And after 10 seconds, you can add the boiled potato. So I have chopped them in the cubes, and you can now add the boiled potato. And you have to give a good mix. And now you can switch the flame to medium level. after adding the potatoes. You have to now continuously stir the potatoes for making it crispy. So now we will cook the potatoes, let's say for 5 to 7 minutes until it get crispy layer. When it turns into light brown color.
For the cooking the potatoes for 5 to 7 minutes, are we
Yes.
stirring that whole time?
Yes, we are stirring. So
Got it.
but not very heavy, just with the light hands.
Okay.
Otherwise, the potatoes will break.
Got it.
So we are adding 1/4 teaspoon of red chili powder and 1 teaspoon of salt. And you have to stir it. And for joy, if you haven't added the green chili, you can also add black pepper. So when you notice the color of potatoes will change, it will turn slightly brownish. So that's the time you switch off the flame. For me, the potatoes are ready. And So now what I will do, I will squeeze the half fresh lemon from top. And garnish with the fresh coriander leaves. So that's the potatoes called Jeera Aloo.
It looks awesome. Mine's smelling pretty good over here.
It's looking really good for you also, Joy.
So Harshal, when would you typically eat Jeera Aloo?
Sorry?
What time of the day would you typically eat this dish? Is this like a lunch menu, a lunch item?
It depends. Sometimes we eat in the lunch or in dinner, both.
Sometimes lunch, sometimes dinner.
Yeah.
Yum.
So we eat the vegetable always with the Indian bread. So that's a combination of vegetable dish and the Indian bread.
Well, it smells amazing over here. We didn't have the green chili, but hopefully the red chili that we use will
Yes,
be
good.
good.
And you can also put some black pepper if you want.
Okay, cool. We have that. Woohoo!
And this dish always stay for a longer period of time. You can use for like let's say for 8 to 10 hours after also. In India, we always make fresh vegetables. So we always cook 2 or 3 times a day. We always make our fresh food.
Wow. I didn't know we could make that in our kitchen. Really good.
That's good. Yeah. So I tell you about some spices. So in India, we add a lot of spices. The reason is, of course, it have a lot of different tastes, but there's also one thing, it have health benefits. So the different spices have their own health benefits. Let's say we have added the cumin seeds. So the cumin seeds, it's really good for your digestion. So it will help to digest your food in your stomach. So that's the reason we add the cumin seeds. And sometimes we also add coriander powder. So coriander powder also good for your bowel movement, for your stomach bowel movement, and it keeps your stomach at the normal temperature.
Harshal, this dish is delicious.
Thank you.
It's really good, and it's what's interesting is like we have a lot of these ingredients here at home, but I've never mixed them in this way, and I've never cooked it that way, and it smells amazing, and it tastes amazing.
It's a good combination for garlic and cumin seeds. It's really simple to make.
So I'm just looking at some of the questions. So a lot of people said beautiful. It looks so tasty. Christine asked, What do you usually serve with this dish? Which I think I had asked already, but I mean, what do you usually serve along with this, or do you ever eat it by itself?
In India, we always eat the vegetable, any vegetable dish with the Indian bread called chapati. So I will show you next how to make Indian chapati as a demonstration. And so we take a bite, we take every bite with the Indian bread, with the vegetable. So I will also show you how we eat the combination of bread and the vegetable dish. How we eat it. And you can also eat with the rice also, the boiled rice, if you like the rice. And you can eat alone, just the dish, like what you are doing now. And if you want, if somebody like tomatoes, you can also add the red tomatoes. At the time when we added the green chili, you can just chop some tomatoes, and at that time you can add the tomatoes. It will have the sour taste. You can also make that. And if somebody have any questions, can ask me.
Sure, yeah. Are there any other questions? I think some people are eating.
Harshal, I was wondering what your favorite food is.
It's I like my whatever my mother makes. It's not special anything. She make everything perfect, so I cannot choose one.
Wow, lucky.
Yeah. But in India we have a special cheese called cottage cheese, if you know. It's a cottage cheese, and we make special different dish from cottage cheese. So that's my particular favorite. So whenever I visit restaurants, I always choose the cottage cheese, the dish from cottage cheese. It's really a long process to make, so that's my favorite.
Sounds good.
Somebody asks, are your meals in the morning, your breakfast, are they usually lighter than the other meals during the day?
Yes, it's lighter. We just eat special Indian bread, some different kind of Indian bread, with either with the mango pickles, that's our really common here, the mango pickles, and the yogurt.
And yogurt.
Yeah. So it's the breakfasts are also different in India. Like every part have different foods. Like we are in north of India, so we have different breakfast or dinner, lunch. And in south of India, east of India, so every region have their own specialties in the food, and they have their own dishes, different dishes.
Well, I know me, I can't wait to go to India because I love food and I like Indian food a lot, but I only have the Indian food that I can get in America. And so I'm not even sure, how authentic it is. And so I can't wait to travel to Rajasthan and just eat as much as I can.
You're really welcome. I'm sure you will love the food.
Yeah, this is amazing. I'm so happy that you taught us how to, because this was pretty simple too. It wasn't very difficult. And this is
I introduced this because it was really basic. It was easy to make.
Yeah.
That so when we make some more dishes, which is slightly, you can say, longer in process, that will be more tasty, which are curry based. Like we make curry, tomato puree, onion puree, then we make the vegetable dish. That's it takes longer period of time. That tastes even really good.
Yeah.
So for example, we always make chickpeas dish. So we make from tomato and onion puree. So first we make tomato and onion puree, then we cook the chickpeas in that puree with different spices.
That's so interesting. And you do that with chickpeas, you said?
Chickpeas, the white chickpeas. We have two types of chickpeas, black chickpeas and white chickpeas.
Oh, wow. Wow. I don't think we have white chickpeas here. It's common, but I don't know that I've ever seen.
I show you the black ones.
And are those local to Rajasthan, the black chickpeas?
Yes, that's local.
Mm.
So here are the black, you can see the small ones.
Yeah.
So that's from my own produced farmhouse. That's from my own farmhouse, organic.
Wow.
From last season, yeah.
That's amazing. And do you sell your chickpeas at the market?
No, because it's for the family. We don't have the bigger farm. It's small farm, so it's for just a family use.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
It's amazing. And it's so interesting too. You mentioned that you cook all of your meals fresh every single day.
Fresh.
Every single meal is fresh.
Not 3 times a day.
Wow, that's a lot of work.
Because we don't have the oven or microwave system in India before. Now everybody have, but still people like to cook the fresh food.
Right. Well, that tastes the best for sure. Cooking it fresh is the healthiest way for sure.
It's the healthiest way, and it's the taste. You can get the taste also, so you never get bored with the food. Because we have a lot of dishes in India.
Right.
We make like in 3 times. In breakfast is common, and we make 2 vegetables. Like lunch, we have different vegetable dish, and in dinner we have different vegetable dish. So both the dish will be different every day, not the similar one.
And does your mother have all of the recipes in her head, or does she write them down in a book?
It's with the regular practice.
Yeah. How many people do you typically cook for every day?
Now at present we are 5 people. That's my father and my mother and my sister, me and my wife. That's 5. And normally in India, what we used to have joint families. So at least 10 to 15 members we used to have, and women cook for 10 to 15 people every day.
Wow.
Like my rest of family is living at my farmhouse. My father have, like, there were 3 brothers, so my father is living at my house, and the rest of 2 brothers, my uncle, are living at farm, and my grandfather also. So they have the joint family. So they are around 10 to 15 people. So yeah, that's how.
That's really cool. And I imagine that's so much work to cook for 10 to 15 people 3 times a day. That's a whole operation.
Yes, it's easy to make the vegetable dish, but it takes time to make the chapati, the Indian bread.
Yeah.
Because it takes a lot of time. So at least 2 or 3 chapatis are eaten by single people. So you can
Right. Well, I'm excited to see how you make chapati. I've obviously I've never made it, so I'm really excited to see how you do it.
Okay, I'll show you. So first we will make the dough for the chapati. So I'm taking 100 grams of whole wheat flour. And for 100 grams to make the dough, we will need 70 milliliter of water to knead the dough. And we will also add 1/4 teaspoon of salt in the wheat flour. And after adding the salt, now we will start to knead the dough with slowly, not all. You do not put the water all together. You just put slowly like this. And it will require a flat pan to cook the chapati. So you need to preheat.
That flat pan is really cool. I don't own one, so I might have to get one on Amazon.
Yeah. And you can also, so like you can use the pan which you make like pancakes. You can also use that one.
Gotcha.
So you see, after kneading the dough, it will turn like this. And at this stage, you will wait for at least 5 to 10 minutes so that it will get more softer. So you need to rest it for 5 to 10 minutes. So for rolling the bread, we will need the roller pin to roll the chapati. So now you have After 5 minutes, you have to knead the dough again for making it really soft. You do like this. You have to do like this to develop the gluten in the wheat. And while kneading the dough, if you find the dough is getting sticky, then you can use more dry wheat flour so it won't be sticky. So now you see, at last it will turn like this. The super soft, and it won't stick to your palm like this. You see, it's like same like making the dough for the bread. When you make the bread at home, it's the same dough.
Gotcha.
And now you just take like dry wheat flour also on the side. So now we will start to roll the chapatis. And in 100 grams, you can make 3 Indian bread. So you can equally divide them in equal portions.
And how many times a day would you make fresh chapati?
3 times. It's the same process goes for the breakfast, lunch and dinner. And sometimes we also eat, like, if we don't want chapatis, we also eat rice. We also eat porridge. We have different recipes for porridge also.
I see. So you basically, you can replace chapati with different, different starches and carbs.
Yes, exactly. Yeah.
Mm.
Not 365 every day. We don't eat chapati every day.
Right.
But most, like you can say 80 to 90% of the days we eat chapatis.
I see.
So I have divided them equal portions, and now we will make the bowl. Like with both of your hands, you make a round bowl like this. Like this. Okay, you can see it's like this. You do like this, and you make a bowl like this. And now you just pour the bowl in the dry wheat flour. And you just press the ball with your 3 fingers like this. You see? You just press it. And now with the help of roller pin, we will roll the chapatis. First, we will move like this, forward and backward like this to make it round. Now we will move like this and repeat the process. Again, we will turn it around and we will do like this. And when you feel it start getting sticky, then you can use the dry wheat flour. You can make it coating and again roll it. I'll show you one more time. So first we will make a ball like this. and coat with the dry wheat flour. And now it's getting sticky, so I'm using the dry wheat flour both sides. So we will roll it, and the size will be around like 12 to 14 diameter, 12 to 14 centimeter of diameter, the standard size of chapati. And my pan is really heated now, and it's on the medium flame, and we'll put on the pan like this. And when we put the chapati on the pan, we will wait for, let's say, 40 to 50 seconds for turning it on the other side.
You don't use any cooking oil, right?
No, not in the case of chapati. In
Okay.
the case of making paratha, that's the different thing which we eat in the breakfast. That's the time we use the butter while cooking.
Okay.
So after 40 to 50 seconds, you will start noticing that small bubbles will pop out, really tiny bubbles. And that's the time when you realize you have to turn to the second side. Like this. Now you will turn it like this. And you see, it start getting the small brown spots. I'll show you the chapati again. So we have rolled the chapati and we'll put on the pan. And we will wait for 40 to 50 seconds until the small tiny bubbles getting popped. And then that's the time we will turn around the chapati. So after 50 seconds, it's the first, we will turn around for the first time, like this.
So somebody asks, Harshal, does the chapati, does it bubble up? Like in the US, we have something called a pita, like pita bread. Does it bubble like that, or does it stay very flat?
Yes. When you put on the flame, it gets like a balloon. Then after it gets like flat, like this.
Okay.
So now after again 40-50 seconds, we'll put directly on the flame. Now you can look, it will.
Oh, wow.
You see? It goes like a balloon. Puff, puff, like a balloon. Yeah. Now on the open flame, we will just cook on the both sides just for 2 or 3 seconds. Like, now it will go flat like this. And on the one side, now you can apply the butter on the one side.
Okay.
And the chapati is ready.
Wow.
So that's how the chapati is made.
That's great. And so, and how do you typically, how do you eat the chapati? Do you roll food inside it? Do you use it to pick up food?
Yes. Now I show you, that's my potatoes. And what I do, I take a chapati like this, like piece. And I put some potatoes here. And now I take the bite like this.
Cool.
So that's how we eat.
That's great. And so can you eat most dishes with chapati?
Most the vegetable dish goes with the chapati.
Okay.
Yeah. And yes. And David, I'll show you one more thing with the chapati.
Yeah, please.
Okay. It will be really, if you could cook, really good. So I already had my boiled potatoes. So what I have done, I just mashed the boiled potatoes like for like this, and I'm adding some fresh onions, chopped onions, in the same quantity. Yeah. And I will add salt, 1/4 teaspoon salt. And same goes with the black pepper. And some fresh coriander leaves. And you can, if you like spicy, you can also put fresh green chili or red chili powder also. And you make a paste. You just mash with the onions. What's over there? So what I'm showing how to make stuffed paratha, stuffed chapati. What special thing, really special from India. So we will roll the chapati like this, same like what we did before. So it's the same like what we did before. Now what we will do, we will add the stuffing in between. So I have added the stuffing in between, and what we will do, we will close the chapati like this. And now we will add some dry wheat flour. We will do a coat. And again, we will roll it slowly.
And so by rolling it, are the potatoes really dispersing throughout the chapati?
Yes, yes, it's perfect. But you have to do it really slowly, otherwise the potatoes will come out.
Yeah. Wow. So it's pretty flat now, right?
Yes.
Wow.
Same like a chapati. Not same like chapati, but it's thicker than chapati. It's thicker than chapati. And we will put on the pan and we will wait for like 60 or 70 seconds because it's thicker, so it will take a bit more time than the chapati. And now what we did chapati is dry baking, dry cooking. In this case, we will add the butter or oil. Normally we use butter to cook the chapati on the pan. And butter also, we also make the butter at our home. We make yogurt, and from that yogurt, we make the butter.
Wow.
So yes, I will show you the equipment from what we make the butter.
Is the milk from cattle?
Yes, from the cow. We have our own cows at our farmhouse.
Okay.
So
wow. You guys, I mean, so you're really doing everything from scratch. I mean, you're literally milking the cow, making the yogurt, making the that's so amazing.
It keeps you busy whole day. And after 1 minute, 60, 70 seconds, you just turn around. And when you turn around, that's the time you spread the butter. Look. Now you put butter on the first side. You have to evenly spread everywhere. And after 60 seconds, you will turn around now. And now you again apply the butter for the second side. And you just press like this. Gently press it to make it crispy from both sides. Again, turn around. You see, now it's getting crispy, the brown, light brown thing. So you do it again like this.
And so the inside stuffing, Harshal, that was potato and onions, right? And
the mashed potatoes, yeah. The boiled mashed potatoes, yeah. So now it's ready to serve. So this is how it comes out. So the light brown spot indicate that it's cooked really well. You don't have to make it black. It should be light brown color like this. Black is not good.
Right.
So you can do like this.
Wow.
Okay. I insist everybody to try this. It will be really, really tasty.
It looks amazing.
Yeah. And you can eat warm. It's really tastes better when it's really hot and warm. And you can, it goes with the fresh yogurt.
Okay, so you would dip, you would put yogurt on it and eat it, or would you ever
Just you take a bite like this and you dip in the yogurt and you just eat it.
I see.
And we also take pickles, mango pickles, or and we have different type of pickles in India. So yeah, the pickles, yogurt, and the stuffed paratha. We call it paratha. Paratha.
Paranta.
Paratha. Paratha can be of different types. The simple one without any stuffing, and the most commonly known paratha in India is the potato, what we made, and it can be of different vegetables also, like cauliflower, radish, carrots. So you can boil every vegetable and smash it, and you just put few spices and herbs, and you just do the stuffing. So you can make whatever vegetable you like.
Hmm. Wow, so it's a really versatile dish.
Yeah,
that's amazing.
Sometimes like what we do, like in night, sometimes we make some lentils, and in the morning the leftover lentils, we just mash the leftover lentils and we put in the parathas. We do the stuffing. It's really good. It really tastes really great. So we also use our leftovers. We don't throw it.
Right. Well, I wish I had some here right now, because that's just watching that made me really hungry. It looks so good. And Harshal, I'm curious if people were to visit your ecotourism lodge, is the type of activity that they can do while they're staying there? Like they can help make different foods and
yes, yes, they can do the activities which we mentioned on our website. We have a lot of different activities. Even we do our cooking, live cooking, and we also, yeah.
That's amazing. Well, I think I'm definitely going to be one of your customers. I would love to come over there.
You're really welcome as our friend. You can welcome.
Yeah, and I would encourage anybody who's on this call also, if you have any questions, feel free to ask Harshal either now or feel free to connect with him. But this has been a really good demonstration. And like I said before, I'm just really excited that I never knew how to make any Indian dishes, and now I at least know how to make a Jeera Aloo at home, and it's so cool. And it was a really, really tasty dish. It was delicious.
Good to hear from you.
Do we have any questions from the audience at all?
Yes, you can ask. I'm there.
All right. Well, Harshal, I just want to thank you so much for bringing us into your home, for bringing us into your kitchen, and
one more thing. I forgot to show you how we make the butter. Just a minute.
Sure, sure.
Well, there. Go on. So that's you can switch on the main screen. Can you see me on the screen which is focusing on me? You can switch.
Sorry, just 1 second. Let me try to switch it over to you. I can see your big screen. Zoe, can you see his big screen? Yeah, we can see you.
Yeah. So that's the stand, the wooden stand, and we have the clay pot. That's the pot from clay, the pottery. And this is how we put. And that's the churner, the wooden churner. And we do like this. And this is how it goes. And from this, we do by our hands. No, nothing with the machines. Like we do like this. So in every morning, my mother, from the fresh yogurt, we churn out the butter with the fresh yogurt with this thing.
Wow, every single morning you make fresh butter from the yogurt?
This, yeah, and that's the butter we use for the chapatis.
Wow, that's amazing. That is, how long does it typically take to churn the butter?
It's around 20 to 25 minutes. We do in 2 stages. So first we churn with the hands, and we just for like 10 minutes we do like this, churn, and we just put for rest for 10-15 minutes. Then the butter comes up, and then we take the butter from upside, and the rest is the leftover is buttermilk.
Wow. And with the buttermilk, do you use that in other cooking recipes, or is that something that you can drink?
Yeah, we always drink in the lunchtime.
Okay.
With a glass of buttermilk, we drink every day, and we also make some special recipes from buttermilk.
Wow. And do
Which
you,
yeah.
I was curious, Harshal, and somebody else had asked, do you ever make cheese out of the milk?
Yeah, in India, I already told you the cottage cheese.
The cottage cheese, gotcha.
Cottage cheese, yeah. We make special recipes. It's more rich recipes. It have a lot of spices, a lot of purees, and a lot of butter, oil. So it's mostly like a restaurant kind of thing. We don't use in everyday cooking because it's really rich.
Mm.
Yeah.
Wow, that's so amazing. I'm so fascinated by the butter churner. I think that's so cool.
So it's the pot is from clay. It's handmade potteries.
Wow.
And the same pot, and the same pot we also store our water during our summertime, so that the water get cooler with the clay pot. So we drink water from the clay pot during the summer.
Wow. Okay. And who makes the clay pot? Is that something that you buy at the market, or can you guys?
That's also one activity we also do with our guests sometimes. That we have special potters. We have so the potters only make potteries. So we have different type of potteries here.
Gotcha.
So these are artisans, different artists. So sometimes we also show our guests how to make potteries. To give a workshop also on pottery also.
That's so cool. Does anybody have any questions at all for Harshal? I think everybody's blown away. I know that this was, especially the butter churner. I just think that's so interesting. And I wish I were there so I could cook with you all day. All right. Well, Harshal, I think we were all, I think this was just an amazing opportunity. And like I was saying before, I'm just so grateful that you welcomed us into your home and into your kitchen. It was so interesting, not just learning how to make some of these dishes, but getting to see how you do it and kind of the story behind it. So I just want to thank you again. And I think everybody had a really good time. I'm reading through the comments right now.
It's good to hear from you. I'm happy that you loved it.
Absolutely.
And I thank you everybody for joining the workshop. Thank you. And whenever you have any type of question, you can just put on the forms on your website. So I'm always there to reply you. And regarding the recipes also, you can ask me there. Anything, I will always, I'm there for answering it.
We appreciate that, Harshal, and I'll put your website, the link as well. I'll put that up on our website, and when I edit this video, I'll put it in there too, so that people can see your website in the future if they're ever interested in seeing what you do and hopefully visiting.
Yeah, you can put the website or my email address also.
Yeah, we'll do. Well, thank you so much, Harshal. I know it's early in the morning for you. And again, please say thank you to your family and to your mother as well for everybody getting up to make these dishes for us first thing in the morning. I'm really grateful.
Thank you. Thank you for the workshop.
Yeah, it was
organizing.
We'll do it again, Harshal, for sure.
Yeah.
Awesome. Well, thank you everybody for jumping on. I know people are on from all over the world, so either have a good day or have a good night. And like Harshal said, if you'd like to follow up with him, please go ahead and do so on the World Sprout website or directly through his email, which I'll post later. So thank you again, everybody.
Thank you.
Thank you.